Hi folks, Dave with DBS Tech Talk, and today we're going to talk about the iFi xDSD. iFi reached out to me and said, would you like to review a product for us? And I was like, absolutely. And they said, we'll send over the micro iDSD black label, the xDSD, and the power station. Do a review and enjoy. And so I've had these for a while. Do greatly appreciate iFi sending these in for a review. iFi is not sponsoring or paying me to do this video. They just ask for a honest review. All thoughts and opinions on this video are my own. They were all generated up in my own noggin. And so there you go. The iFi xDSD comes in a standard iFi box. If you've seen any other iFi products, they pretty much come in a white box with pictures all over it. Have some specs listed on the back, and the most prominent ones, high res, so it's got to be good, right? Thumbs up. You get DSD 512, MQA, Bluetooth, 3D Plus, X-Base Plus, and this will do about 500 milliwatts or a half a watt going into 16 ohms. And so it's got decent power for portable, but it's not anything extreme. You're not going to be able to power T50 RPs or something that's super extremely hard to drive. It will push them to decent levels, but it won't really open them up and give you all of the, hi kitty, the all the other dynamics and stuff that you're looking for. And my cat wants to check out the box. Here, you want to say hello? Say hi. There you go. All right. Now's not the time, Bob. Actually, his name's Milo. All right, let's get into the box. So, it just unslides and stay. You get iFi branding on each end and iFi on top, nothing on the back or the long sides. When you open it up, Kiki, what are you doing? You're driving me nuts. You're knocking stuff over you're not supposed to be doing. Why don't you just sit? All right, so you get some paperwork. Really small writing. If you have old man eyes like I do, you may need to get a magnifying glass. Hi. You get a iFi branded box. Kitty, back off. Stop trolling. All right, and you get some silicone packets. And that's what it looks like on the inside. You get a really nice accessories box here. Let's see what we get in here. Okay, so you get a cat. Go on. Get down. Drive me nuts. You get USB to USB. You get a adapter USB to USB-B. You get a USB to USB-C. Short. Very nice. You get some Velcro type stuff to connect it and make it lay flat on certain devices. You get another adapter, a USB to USB type B. And you get a Toslink to fiber optic adapter. Put all this back here into the box. See if we can get it back in there just like iFi had it. must say one thing, if you've never gotten a iFi product, they do a very good job on their packaging and providing accessories. They make sure that you are well prepared and have everything that you need. And I did a terrible job getting that back in there, but that's okay. Alright, now, before you get the amplifier out, you're going to want one of these. You're going to want a microfiber cloth. And look how shiny that thing is. Beautiful. And you're going to want to wipe it down. It is a fingerprint magnet. Alright, so looking at it, here is the front of it. On the front, you have your 3.5 millimeter, some LED lights that'll show you various things that are going on. You have your volume knob, power, and input switch. And then over here you have a selector button. You can select your whether you want X bass on, 3D sound, or if you want to use both, or to start pairing for Bluetooth, you hold it in. It has different functions. On the back you have your USB input here. Let's see if we can get this little thing off. There we go. So you have USB input, and then on the other side of it here you have Toslink in, which you can also do fiber optic. Then you have your filter, which will change it from measurement to listen, which doesn't really make too much of a difference in sound, but it does adjust things just a little bit. And then you have USB-C in for charging. Let's turn it on here. So press and hold to turn it on. It'll cycle through, go through a few things. And then, as you can see, you have the analog volume knob. And as you turn it, it'll change colors. Red is danger, you have it way too loud. Yellow is okay, you're kind of loud. Green is about 50% when we get to green. It's a lot faster when you have headphones in, by the way. And then it'll go like a bluish color, which is fairly quiet, and then purple, and then blue, and then mute. The little adapter that you may want to pick up is 3.5 millimeter TRRS, and then to 2.5 millimeter balanced, and works very well. That way you can use the balanced output capabilities of this with a single-ended. Works very well. Also, you can use balanced cables. Let's take this to another view and talk about the iFi xDSD. Be right back. Alright folks, the iFi xDSD. Hang on. Alright, let's try that again. The iFi xDSD. Microphone was trolling me. It was like vibrating and showing in the screen. Ugh, anyways. So, this little device has impressed me so very much. It's light, it's small, and it is uber attractive. Now, I didn't use near all the inputs and outputs and all the other extra stuff that this thing can do. The main sole purpose that I use this for was portability. Why? Because it's so small, fits right in a pocket. You can throw it in a bag, and it just works very well. It connects via Bluetooth, has aptX and AAC capabilities, and it has the best connectivity stability that I have ever had with a Bluetooth device here in my house. I can set my phone and at my desk, and I can take this little xDSD connected to my phone and be streaming Bluetooth, and I can walk all the way to the other side of my living room, which is probably about 45 to 50 feet, and this thing will stay connected, and it'll just start to lose connectivity right about the end of my living room. And so it's a long ways. Normally most stuff is only about 30 feet. This thing is extremely strong and very stable. Now if you have a bunch of stuff in the way, you have the TV on, various other things going on, it'll start to interfere and you won't have that same connectivity. But I found that this thing holds connectivity very well. It's extremely well on Bluetooth. You're like, oh, Bluetooth, why are you using that? Well, my phone, the OnePlus 6T, doesn't have a headphone jack. And so makes it extremely hard to stream music or play music off of my phone. Like if I want to use Tidal or Spotify or Amazon or Google Music, any of those. And if my battery's low, I can't charge my phone and listen to headphones at the same time. You have to get a special adapter and it's just a pain. Whereas with this, it has such good quality sound. I can charge my phone, stream the music, and be hands-free. Don't have to have a cable going all around on me, connecting my phone and all that. I just have it connected to this. Also, you can do inputs. You can use this as a desktop. So if you want to take this to the office and use it during the daytime, it works very well. You can connect it via fiber optic or Toslink, and it stays connected and works extremely well as a DAC amp. You can use it via USB connection also. Has an ability, you can do an output, you can send it to another device if you want. And I just find it has a very good usability factor. And I'm sure it's not the most powerful, but it works really well. How's it sound? Well, it has the Burbram DAC, and just like the iDSD Black Label, it has a very smooth, warm, engaging sound to it. It's a very fun, natural sound. The bass is nice and full. You add in that X bass, and just like on the iDSD, you get this extra little oomph. It kind of clears things up, gives you a little more details and a little more clarity, and it just adds a little more emphasis to it, but it doesn't overpower things. Unlike some of the other devices that you can get from like FiiO and others, when you add in bass boost, sometimes it's a little too much and it's like just a thickness and a heaviness to the bass. This is not. This is more of just a little more emphasis on the bass itself. The mids are very smooth, very clean, very natural sounding, have really good timbre to them. Males and female vocals alike are very smooth, sound just like they should on a recording. And they just hit pianos, excuse me, violins and all that just come alive. And you just have this really nice natural tone. Treble is very smooth, good extension on it. And it has a really nice clear presence, and it does a good job of isolating the details and giving you a nice airiness to it, and it just gives you a feeling of openness on the sound, especially if you add in the 3D plus sound. It really expands out that sound stage, and you can get some really fun wideness to some cans that you can use, or IEMs, especially IEMs that have a tendency to be a little bit on the narrower side. It will give them a little bit more soundstage. Can sound a little unnatural at times, especially if the recording doesn't have like a live setting to it, or is kind of already in an enclosed space. If you use the 3D plus, I find that it kind of adds a little bit of reverb and just adds echoiness to it. So it doesn't always sound good on every single song, but on live recordings and songs that already have a kind of a live ambient, ness going around, really adds in a nice touch. Soundstage is really decent on this. I find that it's average. It's not like super wide for a DAC, but it has a nice presence to it. It doesn't feel like all crammed in and intimate either. It has a nice balance, and with that 3D plus ability, it does change the dynamic of the soundstage. Precision in the imaging of the soundstage is very good. I wouldn't say that it's precise, but you're not getting blocked out. It has a very nice smooth transition from one side to the other, and you can definitely hear things traveling from one side to the other. But I wouldn't say that it's pinpoint. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm back. I was talking about soundstage and the precisionness of the details and all that. It's not the most pinpoint, but it's very good, and you can definitely hear things traveling across. For example, if you take songs that have a lot of noises that go from right to left, you can definitely hear it go across, so they don't get lost or spaced. You get very good clarity and detail. It's just not the most precise. I wouldn't use this for gaming unless it's just a portable game, something simple. How does it pair with different headphones? It works really well actually with IEMs. Has auto IE match, which is very nice. So just like the iDSD, Black Label has the ability to change your sensitivity on it. This does it automatically, and it works real well. The different IEMs that I use, I'm not going to get them out. I didn't prepare very well. The Audeze iSign 10s is like a match made in heaven. They go extremely well with the xDSD. It's like they were made for each other. They are perfect in that regard, and I truly enjoy it. You get a really nice bass touch, and the mids are very natural and smooth, and with those being open, you get a real nice airiness. Soundstage and treble is very clean, clear. It's not sharp in any way. You don't have any real unbalances. It's pretty even across the board in the presentation. It's just very nice. The other headphone that really surprised me and I really truly enjoyed were the EchoBox Nomad N1s. And you put them in and you get some really good isolation, and the soundstage is really clear, and you can have moments of, holy cow, did I turn this on? Is my Bluetooth speaker on instead? Am I hearing speakers? Because it sounds really wide in those. It has really moments. I used an audio test website, and there's a binaural test in which someone's knocking on the wall, and it literally sounded like somebody was knocking on a wall in the house, and it freaked me out. And I use that website with every single headphone to test and see how they sound, and so it was kind of like startling. It really surprised me how clear the EchoBox Nomad N1 sounded on the xDSD. The Ibasso IT01 sounded really well. They're very sensitive, and this did a good job of not overpowering them, and I didn't have any background noise or hiss or anything coming from them. Also, I can run those with a balanced cable, and using that little adapter really works well, and I was able to get the full potential of the power that the xDSD was capable of running those on, and you could hear a difference in the sound quality. Not like massively huge, but you could definitely tell that they were getting a little more extra juice. The RHA CL750s did not run out very well on it. Had there were 150 ohms, and they're a little hard to drive, and so they were kind of hurting for power. And when you would push the volume knob up, you could tell that they were straining, and the dynamics and the quality of sound just didn't sound real well. So the RHA CL750 was not a good match. The Advanced Sound GT3s, on the other hand, are another really good match for this. They work extremely well with, again, soundstage, just like the EchoBox Nomad N1s. They have really nice thump in the bass, and the mids were just crisp. And the treble was not as sharp as those headphones can be. It was tamed down just a little bit. I think that Burr Brown DAC kind of smoothed that out just a little bit. Some of the lower end in-ears, the KZ ZSM Pros, it was alright. Kind of overkill with this amp for that. The TRN IM2, same thing. It sounded alright, but I think it was a little overkill for those. I'm trying to think of some others that I have. Oh, the Echo Box Finder X1s. Kind of same thing, but it did tone down the treble on those. Those are a little on the brighter side of an in-ear, and it did tone them down just a little bit and make them sound a little more smooth. So overall, the xDSD from iFi, I really enjoy this, and for the price, yes, it is a little pricey, but it's such a overall good quality for it. It can do Bluetooth, it can do quality sound, stays connected extremely well, and has the ability to be run for a desktop. And I think it's value for the money for what you get, and I truly enjoy it. This has been Dave with DBS Tech Talk. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Speaking of next videos, if you haven't already subscribed, somewhere on the screen is a subscribe link. Please feel free to hit that. And then also don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you'll know when the next video is uploaded. And if you really enjoy this channel and want to help support it, or loan gear for it, or just shoot me an email with questions, check out the links down below for that. Thanks.